The word tribulation is often looked down. Everyone is trying to run away from sufferings. But the apostles gloried in their tribulations. Romans chapter 5 verses 3 and 4. Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings. Thlipsis is the Greek word used for suffering. A more appropriate English word would be tribulation. Why would the apostles glory in tribulation? Because he says, we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, character hope. Tribulation is something we should glory in. Is that so? You are listening to the Christian podcast Manna in Hebrew. What is it? Welcome. Tribulation is derived from the Latin word tribulum. Primarily, tribulum was a threshing sledge used by the farmers in the Roman era. A tribulum had sharp metal nails or sharp stones placed underneath a heavy wooden board. This board was then pulled around by an ox, mule, or slaves in a circular trail on which the harvested sheaves were placed. The sharp objects under the tribulum cut and grind the stem and pressed heavily on the grain to extract the grain from everything that is useless. This pure grain is then collected into the granary. Without the cutting and pressing and grinding, there is no separating the grain from its chaff and the stalk. The apostle appropriates this word and the image to bring out a higher truth of how God uses intense adversity, terrible anguish, deep sorrows, sharp trials, heavy pressing, deep distress, and bodily affliction as appointed means for separating in man whatever in them is useless, light, trivial, poor, and ungodly. This is how God separates the chaff from the wheat within us. Godly appointed sorrows, affliction, trials, distress, and anguish are the sharp implements under the threshing sledge that we need to bear calmly so that the inner man can be fitted for the heavenly realm. This is what our Lord meant when he said, deny self and carry the cross. Cross is God's dealing with us so as to refine the inner man. The Lord carried his cross for our redemption. Unless broken, there was no redemption. Therefore, Christ was broken on the cross. This was Christ's cross. Our cross is God's dealing with us for our refinement so that we can partake in his nature. 2 Peter 1:4. What is the divine nature that is birthed in us due to tribulation? Perseverance, proven character, and hope. In these three is the whole of God's nature. Romans chapter 5 verse 3 and 4. Tribulation has a specific and set purpose within us. A Christian has to go through God-ordained sufferings for the purpose of refinement. This is sanctification. You were listening to the Christian podcast Manna in Hebrew. What is it? You can find us by searching Manna What Is It on Google Play, iTunes, and YouTube. Till next, God bless. Be prepared for his coming, and bye-bye.